Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome. It's Thursday. It's time to rock. At least this Thursday, it's time to rock anyway. We've got something pretty special today. I hope I'll continue to be proud of what I put together for today because it took a little bit of effort. It took a little bit of doing. I had to play around a lot in OBS, but I think we got there. We'll show that off in a minute. But today we're continuing on our way through games that feature Japanese artists and musicians as are featured in the book Gameplay Harmonies, which is right somewhere around there. We're firmly into the PS1 era. We're reaching the end of the PS1 era. I suspect that there will be maybe no more than 3 streams left of this, no more than 3 more Thursdays left to go before we reach the end of the games that I'm going to show off here. But that's for the future. We'll worry about that later. After tonight, if tonight goes according to plan, we'll have, I believe, 1 more PS1 game to cover, and then we'll get into PS2 and some stuff beyond. But up until now, it's been... there's been some interesting stuff, but it's been pretty standard fare, right? We've had some kind of adventure type games and some platformers on the Famicom, right? Nothing too crazy. We moved into the multimedia era a little bit with more sort of Myst-likes, games using FMV, like that X-Japan game on the Saturn, for example. That was a fun one. Not much to it gameplay-wise, but it was a fun one. And now we're getting more into like what you might think games about Japanese recording artists and musicians would be, which would be rhythm games. Rhythm games. That's what you think of when you think of musicians, right? You think of rhythm games. And so only now are we finally getting here in 1988 and 1999. So we've got some pretty special ones here for you. Not just special because they're rhythm games. Special because they're real weird rhythm games in a multitude of different ways. And one of them is particularly special because... Let's go. Thank you, Chibi UFO. We're ready to go. We are ready to go. And you played a very appropriate soundbite as you'll find out for the second game here, because the person saying that is actually a person featured in our second game of the night. It's pretty fun. But a quick preview here. We're gonna do a little history lesson before we get into this. But I have a new setup especially for today. So you're used to seeing me on this camera. You're not really seeing what I'm doing with my hands, right? Because honestly, for most cases, it's not necessary. I'm just holding a controller or a stick. There's nothing really much to see there. But we've got a little bit of a special peripheral, if I can find it. Hold on. Right. Okay. And we've got a little bit of a camera change. Let's see if this works. Oh, look at this. We have another angle. We got our trusty tennis racket here, our very small child-sized practice tennis racket here. And we've got this. What is this? Let me put this up to the camera here so you can see it. Some of you may not have seen this before. This is called the V-Pick. This is a peripheral that, so far as I know, is compatible with all of one game. Is compatible with the game we're going to be playing first tonight, which is Tomoyasu Hote, Stolen Song. Stolen Song. A kind of combination FMV music game, which is going to be a lot of fun. But I can't promise you I'll be able to clear the entire game like this, because this thing is hard to use, as I rediscovered. But the idea is you get your trusty tennis racket and you pick on it, almost like you would a real guitar. And I have the benefit of being a very lapsed and out of practice guitarist, but still a guitarist nonetheless. And I can tell you that you have to pick way harder with this than you do with a regular guitar pick. You usually have a nice light touch with a guitar pick, right? You're picking nice and easy. But this guy, to be able to get this V pick to register anything worth a darn, you got to really lay into that tennis racket, which really makes it a little bit more difficult to play, but we're going to try. We're going to give it our best. And I slap that guitar. Oh, I'm going to be slapping it, believe me. I'm going to give it a try. We might hit a skill wall that I cannot surpass with this V pick, and so I can switch to the pad on the fly. I also have a PS1 pad as well. Oh, by the way, this is playing on real hardware, real PlayStation 1 hardware. I don't want to turn the camera to get it out of alignment, but it's a real PlayStation 1 and a real disc, so at some point I'll have to switch the discs. And the reason for that is I do have a Mister, and they do have snack adapters for the Mister. Hell, they probably have USB adapters for, PlayStation peripherals, but I didn't think to get one in time. And so I was like, you know what? Time to drag out the real hardware, time to hook it up to the RetroTink. And so the video capture you're going to be watching today is from real hardware. So extra fun, I guess. I don't think you'll be able to hear the PlayStation 1 chugging along loading, but it will be doing so. So we'll see how this goes. I really wanted to try this with the V-Pick, but I do suspect at some point I will be like, I cannot beat the song with the V-Pick. It's too hard. I'm switching to a pad. But I think I should be okay for at least the first few songs with the V-Pick. I did practice a little bit yesterday before to make sure I could do any kind of decent, and it seemed like I could at least get by on the first song. So, we'll see. But before we get into this, as we like to do with these artists, we want to give a little bit of a history lesson so you understand what you're looking at and who you're looking at and all this other stuff, right? So let's see here. We want to go into this view. Oh, we don't want that yet. That's for later. We want to talk about Hote for just a moment here. We won't take too long because I know people want to get to the fun, weird game. So we won't take too long. But I do think it's worth talking about his history because he is a very important artist. I would argue maybe more important than some of the artists that we looked at so far. So let's kick off our background video here. All right. Let me adjust our sound here so we don't get immediate copyright stuff here. All right. So here, you're looking at a band called Bowie. Not to be up. We'll get to the Kill Bill stuff, but we're starting at the beginning first. We got to start at the beginning. You're looking at a band called Bowie, spelled kind of B-O-O-W-I, named sort of after David Bowie because these guys were all very influenced by David Bowie, as were so many Japanese rock musicians of the time. What does this have to do with Hote? Well, Bowie debuted in 1982 and they broke up in 1988. Hote was the guitarist. You can see him in the back there doing backups and playing right there. The vocalist is Himuro Kyosuke, the front man that you're looking at right there. He also went on to achieve big stardom in his own right. He and Hote were definitely the breakouts from this band, but Bowie was super popular in their run from 1982 to 1988. They reinvigorated Japanese rock music. They did a lot for it. They were very influential to so many of the artists even today. But they broke up, much to the dismay of fans everywhere. But Hote and Himuro, hold on, we're gonna switch videos here. We're gonna switch to a Hote solo video here. I'm doing a little bit on the fly here. Let's see, what can we put on for early Hote? We'll put on some of his early 90s stuff here. We're just kind of picking here. Maybe something a little bit different. Let's see here. Here we go. I'm singing a David Bowie cover, in fact, Starman. But basically, he immediately was ready with the solo album as soon as Bowie broke up. And he called that first solo album Guitar Rhythm. And Guitar Rhythm would be a name that he's got so many iconic guitars. Like he has a custom model one that I'm not 100% sure he's using right here. I'm waiting for it to get a little bit better of a shot of the guitar so I can see. Oh, yeah, this is a little bit different, but he has a lot of custom guitars. He has this kind of black and white sort of stripy thing that is his custom model. But anyway, that first Guitar Rhythm album that came out in 1988 was very sort of experimental for the time. It was like his idea of like, what if traditional, guitar-driven rock, like they did in Bowie, was kind of mixed with like a more experimental electronic sound, a lot of synthesizers, a lot of electronically generated sounds, right? And Guitar Rhythm would be a title that he'd iterate on over the years. I think they're up to 8. They're up to Guitar Rhythm 8. He's up to Guitar Rhythm 8 at this point. Not every single one of his albums is called Guitar Rhythm. I don't know what criteria he uses to call it Guitar Rhythm or not, but it's sort of his branding, right? And he's collaborated with a ton of different artists over the years. He's done full collabo albums, and like his hero David Bowie, he's had a lot of different sounds over the years. He's kind of got an album for everything, right? But as Starlight Midori Land mentioned, he was gone for quite a few years, but then eventually he finally achieved his sort of international fame. And that came from a bit of an unlikely place. Here we go. You probably all might recognize this song, right? This is Battle Without Honor or Humanity, which was featured in Kill Bill Volume 1. I would say not very emblematic of most of his catalog. A great song. But someone who thought all of Hotei's stuff kind of sounded like this might be a little surprised when they hear what his typical album sounds like. But nonetheless, good on him. He achieved a lot of popularity through this. It finally got his name known internationally, something he'd always been trying to achieve, right? And he's still making albums today. It's a little bit hard to understate like how much of a guitar hero and like a rock icon he is for Japanese music. He's really looked up to by so many because he's had such a long career, with Bowie and his own equally successful solo stuff, and Complex with Kikawa Koji. He is an icon and a hero to many. And so I'm gonna switch over to a little bit of a slideshow here. I was lucky enough to attend one of his concerts back in 2023, and I just wanted to show a couple images from that. That's for our next artist. I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself here. Let's see. Okay, cool. I only have a few photos here. This was in Tokyo, though it was kind of in the outskirts of Tokyo. This was for the Guitar Rhythm 7 tour. Yeah, 7 in 2023. And like I said, I was lucky enough to be able to attend. There's just kind of a peek into the goods shop there, the merch area with different T-shirts and things like that. I think I bought a couple of T-shirts, and I bought what they call a pamphlet. A program, basically, you would call it. And then you've got kind of like the promotional stuff just inside the venue there. Yep, there it is, Guitar Rhythm 7, Hotei Live 2023. And then Japan, for those who don't know, Japanese concerts, except at very specific designated points, you are not allowed to take photo or video during the performances. So the best I got was the stage before things started, before Hotei came on. So that's kind of the size of hall it was. I would, for him, maybe a little bit of a surprisingly small venue. But it was pretty neat. It was a concert I was very glad to go to. He played only stuff from the various Guitar Rhythm albums and none of his other albums, but it was still cool nonetheless because those Guitar Rhythm albums cover a lot, even with the 7 of them that were available up until that point. So, with that all said, with that quick history lesson on Hote, he's a very interesting catalog to explore, by the way, for anyone who may endeavor to do so. Like you can hit different albums and just get completely different sounds, and it's a real fun journey, I think. Some are better than others, just like any artist, of course. I have my favorites and my preferences. But and albums I don't particularly go back to all that much, but don't we all, right? All right, so let me switch to our game here. And then I need to turn back up the capture audio. Sorry, there's a little bit more going into this setup than there usually is. So let me adjust our volume here a little bit. This is Stolen Song. We'll keep both of these right around 70 or so. Actually, we'll go more like this. This will almost certainly get flagged on YouTube, but that's okay. You know what? We do it for the history. My last gameplay Harmonies stream actually got what's the word I'm looking for? Not like a copyright strike, but so like my channel's fine, nothing happened to it, but it got the video got blocked in all territories. So that's fun. So I think you literally cannot watch the VOD of that because it had just the right combination of copywritten music in it to where they were just like, nah, we're not going to allow this to be shown anywhere. So it wasn't even like we're taking your monetization, which is fine. I would have been completely fine with that. But they were just like, nah, we're just not going to let this video be shown anywhere. So that's what I say. That's what I say to YouTube copyright. I assume the Twitch VOD is probably still there, but heavily muted, I think is where it tends to be, what tends to happen. Yeah, this is pre-Kill Bill. This is 1998, actually. And so this was a good, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or so years or something before, 5, 6 years before he found his success with Battle Without Honor Humanity. This would have been, he would have just released the album Supersonic Generation, but nothing from Supersonic Generation is in this because it had like just come out like a month before this game was released. So the album, his most recent album as of the development of this game would have been one called King and Queen, which I believe is the first non-title album not bearing the Guitar Rhythm title, because I believe there was Guitar Rhythm 1, 2, 3, 4, and then there was King and Queen, and then Supersonic Generation, and then he went a while before there was a Guitar Rhythm 5. And the footage, because you will see some live footage featured in here, as well as some, acted FMV stuff. The live footage here is from the Space Cowboy Tour, which would have been from the King and Queen, this tour from the King and Queen album. Yes, Enerjax, Hote, well, actually, you'll see, Hote is having the song stolen from him. Hote's no thief. Don't you mistake it. Hote doesn't steal songs. All right, so now that we've got that established, we're playing through this from the beginning, so we're gonna see all the story. I'm gonna do my best to translate it. I can't pause the cutscenes because I'm not emulating this. I am playing it on real hardware. So, and I'm not as much of an interpreter as I am a translator, but I can definitely get us the gist of all of this because I know the story. I may not be able to do line for line, but I can get us the gist. So since I'm playing on real hardware, I actually have to switch my monitor over to a different input. So hold on. monitor over. No, this is actually just looping. This is looping through different songs of his, actually. There is no song called Stolen Song, believe it or not. Well, there kind of is, but we'll get to that. All right, so this is radio that you're listening to right here. And let me know how the volume is as we go on. I'm able to check this, but I kind of want to make sure you all can hear the songs too. So I'm going to put it up maybe a little bit louder than I normally would. So hopefully that's all okay. And also, you missed this part, Enerjax, but we have boom. Here's our setup. We got the V-pick. We got a tennis racket. Yeah, I hope you got your leather pants on because you're gonna need them. But I've also got a PS1 pad down here that I have to navigate the menus with. There's sorry, getting used to the placement of this new camera. Ooh, PlayStation 1 controller. Here it is. So we're gonna start. Yes, this is I feel like this is the world's tiniest tennis racket. Like, you probably can't really tell, but it feels quite small. It's been a while since I've held a tennis racket. But it feels pretty small, but I kind of need it for this. All right, we're gonna adjust some settings here real quick, because my one problem with this game is that the instrument volume, so like you hearing me play, is way higher than the song, and I'm not really about that. Like, I want the song to be a little bit higher than the instrumental volume, and I think this is probably a pretty good sweet spot. I did some testing with this. Yeah, so how the racket and controls work, I'll just give you a quick rundown, because I feel like I may not have spelled this out very well earlier. So you can see here, this is the V-pick peripheral, and like a guitar pick, you've got a flat part, a picky part here. So I mean, this is a very, very large guitar pick. Like, no one would ever hold a pick this large for anyone who's played with a pick before. But, I get why they had to do that, because there's electronics in here, right? But you can't pick it nice and easy like you would a guitar. You really gotta because if you just light pick, you hear I'm not getting any sound out of this, right? Nothing. I'm picking on the racket. Nothing. I really gotta give it to this tennis racket. And so to get this pick to work, it needs to hit resistance against something. Like, here's just me flicking my thumb across it. But it has to have a certain amount of resistance to make that part of the pick controller register the button. So hopefully that makes a little bit more sense. It's weird, and I think this is the only game that you can use this controller with. But nonetheless, I feel like, what about, we're gonna maybe here? We're gonna leave it here. We're gonna say this is gonna be good. I think this will be a good balance. Tennis never sounded so cool. Yeah, and actually, Starlight Midori Land is getting into some of the history of it here. So this was made by an American company, a Boston-based company called Virtual Music. And I have an interview in Gameplay Harmonies, and I have the video version on my Patreon for anyone who is so inclined, with Bert Snow, who was the guy who did a lot of the production for this. He was like one of the directors. He did photography. He did game design. He did almost anything you can imagine. And like, the idea of this, as you'll, and yeah, let's cover Starlight Midori Land's part first real quick. He made a game with Aerosmith. Aerosmith, also a Boston-based band, so it kind of makes sense, right, that they would have hooked up. And he talks a little bit about that in the interview too. But the Aerosmith one is not quite like this. It has like almost like Cool World, for anyone who's familiar with the movie Cool World, style animation. and like you're mixed with real people. It's very strange. Maybe someday I'll stream that one too, though I don't like that game as well as this one. But Hotei, he ended up hooking up with Hotei through Sony Music Entertainment of Japan. Hotei was real popular around this time, and has continued to be real popular. But they wanted to make a game about him because Hotei was a cutting edge kind of guy. He was into technology. And so they found virtual music, and they flew Bert and crew over to Japan, and they did some filming. And Hotei wanted this, specifically Hotei wanted this to be like an American cartoon. That was what he wanted. He wanted it to be a goofy ass game. And that is exactly what we are going to get here. So let's, and if I can think of other appropriate facts as I go through them in the game here, I'll drop those on you as well. But we're going to go right in from the start here and experience the story of Stolen Song. See exactly how that song got stolen. It's an electric night in Tokyo, everyone. So get ready. We got Hotei up on the billboard here. Here we are in Tokyo.
家に帰ったら最初のチャレンジが君を待っているよ。頑張って。
おい、家賃どうした?
Where's my rent? Are you guys hearing an echo on the voices there? Or is that just me? It might just be me because I'm still getting the balance through, my setup. Tell me if you are, but I don't think probably you are. I think that's just my setup when I switch to listening to the stream mix. Unfortunately, we don't get so cartoony as Anvils, but we'll get pretty cartoony. All right, in your apartment, and that's why the guy asked about the rent. Like apparently we're rent skippers. We're poor musicians. We're starving musicians after all. We can't afford to pay things like rent. But in your apartment, get ready. Tonight is the night. And so here's our apartment. I'm going to use our PS1 pad here real quick. So we got a remote. What things can we look at here? We've got 2 TVs. We've got, honestly, what looks like a fairly modern HD TV, which would have been a crazy thing to see in 1998. But it looks like we got a little monitor on the ground. Before we get to the meat here, let's see what... Okay. Hot guitars! For sale! By this guy. Snake Fingers. Good old Snake Fingers guitars. Yeah, that's a good question. I wonder if the mask did have anything to do with that. That's a real good question. We got a Hotei model guitar here. Oh, listen to that. Listen to those hot licks. Apparently that's all we can do with it. We got a Hotei poster on the wall that we can't interact with. I think that's all we can interact with, just those things. All right, so let's see what the remote's got going on here. What are we doing with this remote? Okay, Battle of Guitarists. All right. We're loading the Battle of Guitarists. Oh.
今夜のスペシャル、布袋寅泰のギターテクと曲をフューチャーしたギターバトルコンテストに参加する方は、このリストから好きな曲を選んでください。
All right, so we're part.
この布袋の絵が現れます。絵が完成されるは、ビッグな商品がかかっているメインラウンドにエントリーできます。そしてこれに優勝すると、なんと布袋のプライベートスタジオでデモテープがレコーディングできます。さあ、いいですか？曲を選んで。
Okay, so we're participating. Hi, let's go. Chotomate. This was before renting Tokyo apartments were very expensive. I'm sure they probably were very expensive even back then, Starlight Midori Land. I'm sure Tokyo apartments have been expensive for as long as any of us have been alive. Anyway, so we're participating in the Battle of Guitarists, and we are supposed to pick a song which throughout our playing, a picture of Hotei will slowly assemble itself. And when we assemble that, will be scored. And the winner will get to record a demo in Hotei's studio. So that's kind of where we're at. And we've got a few different songs from a little, they picked some different era songs here. So I think this might be a King and Queen song. Inochi wa moyashi tsukusu. It's just tongue twister. Inochi wa moyashi tsukusu tame no mono, which translates into something like life is something to be burned out. So, you all may be familiar with like the Neil Young lyric, like it's better to burn out than to fade away. I think they mean burn out in that context. Like life is something to be, live to its fullest. Life is something to be burned down, you get it. You've also got Sirius, which I believe was from Guitar Rhythm 4. And we've got Radio, 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 which I know is from Guitar Rhythm 2. Though I suspect it will be the harder of these, I really like Radio, Radio, Radio. So I'm going to try that one. And I'll give the asterisk one more time that you really need to hit this to make it work on the tennis racket. So I probably will not perform as well with the V-Pick as I would with a regular controller. I can switch to the regular pad at any time, but I'm going to try my best to pass as many songs as I can with the V-Pick, but I think I will hit a skill ceiling eventually to where I will need to switch to the controller. I left this on default difficulty, by the way, which is 3. And I can make it easier and blah, blah, blah. But I'm going to try it. I'm going to try it with the V-Pick, and we're going to see how well we do. But just know that at some point I may be forced to switch away from it or not be able to progress. So, without further ado, Radio, Radio, Radio. Let's go. Build the picture of Hotei before the song is finished. All right, here we go. Ready? It is way harder than it looks like with this V-Pick, I am telling you. I don't think I passed because my bar is still in the red.
残念。
残念。
ちょっとダメだったね。
ちょっとダメだった。
でもまたトライできるよ。
I can still try.
曲を変えてみるのも面白いよ。
I am actually going to change the song because, like I said, I think Radio, Radio, Radio might have actually been the hardest one to do with this thing. I can pass it with a controller, but yeah, remember, this is a 1998 rhythm game, so like timing is very strict. And on top of that, I'm using this thing. So let's try Serious. Guitar Rhythm 4, I believe. I like Radio, Radio, Radio. It's a fun song. Already some easier, I think. Much more straightforward rhythm to this one, I feel like, than Radio, Radio, Radio. Yeah, that one went much better.
コンテストの準備は OK かな？それでは司会者を紹介しよう。
We won. That's all it took. We just had to pass one song to win the Battle of Guitarists. Just the one. Rocket. Hold on. I think how many Hote bucks did I get? All right, hold on. We gotta play an appropriate sound effect for this. Give me a minute. Give me a second. We won the Battle of Guitarists.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
There we go. Thank you, Lovin. All right. We're ready. Oh, so wait, was that the Battle of Guitarists, or is this the Battle of Guitarists? I guess we'll find out. It's been a while since I played this last. Oh. Welcome to the guitar battle.
布袋のトップヒットのうち4曲を演奏してグランドプライズをゲット。
Okay.
なんと
We still got
布
more.
袋のスタジオで君のデモテープが録音できる。
We've only qualified for the battle of guitarists. My
各リズムに対
apologies.
してチャンスは3回。
We get 3
3回ミス
chances.
したら君は最初からやり直しだ。
We have to do it all over from the beginning if we get mess up 3
プレイ
times.
ヤーたちのハイスコアを破るのが君のゴールだ。
It's our goal to
ゲーム
beat
の
the
最
high
中に出て
score.
くるスコア以上のものをゲットしよう。さあ、リフを選んで。Good luck.
Pick a riff. Good luck. Oh, it's like
それでは早速行ってみよう。
okay.
最初のリフを選んでコピーしてみよう。
What are these? Okay, this is the high scores that we have to beat. So theoretically, if I want my best chance of winning, I pick the ones with the lowest high scores, though that could be a trap, and the lowest high scores are the most difficult ones. But nonetheless, let's try 6. Let's try 6. All right. Oh, this is I'm Free. What? Really?
まだ指の動きが鈍いぞ。もう一度トライ。
Moichido try. Okay. Maybe we pick a different one. Anybody have any numbers? What's your favorite Well, I mean, we did 6, and we saw how well I did there. Anybody gotta pick 1 through 5? It's all blind anyway, so. I mean, again, this is one of those things where like dun, 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 dun. Like playing that on a guitar, like I could figure that out in 10 minutes. But in this. Anyway, 2. All right. I'm not sure what that's from. Oh no. I can't do that on the V-Pick. I could do that on a controller.
困った人だな。
Komatta hito da
もう一回やって
na.
みよう。
All right. All right. Let's try 4. Stupid V-Pick. Captain Rock. Come on, I gotta get Captain Rock. I got that, right? Yeah.
おー、バッチリ。
I love Captain Rock. Captain Rock will come up
あと3
later.
曲だ。さあ、リフを選んで。
Okay, that was just 1 though. We gotta get... I think we gotta get 4 or something, and we get 3 tries. So this is gonna be interesting. I don't know if the tries we've already used count against us or not. So what? We did 2, we did 6, and so that leaves 1, 3, 5 that we haven't done yet. All right, so let's try 1. Ba-dun. Oh God, what song is this? Dun-dun-dun. I got that one right. Yeah.
超やるじゃん。
超やるじゃん。
残りは2曲。
You really did it. Yeah, well, kind of was Guitar Hero before Guitar Hero existed. Yeah, totally, Starlight Midori Land. So the interesting thing that happened in that interview I did with Bert Snow is that I talked about how most people think that Parappa the Rapper, which was 97? And this was 98, but that Aerosmith game was before Parappa the Rapper. But most people think that like Parappa or, you know, like Guitar Freaks or something is the first one. But Virtual Music did that Aerosmith game, Quest for Fame, before this. So, I mean, it's always weird to say that someone was the first to do something, because the Aerosmith game may not even be the first quote unquote rhythm game. But like when I told him, it's like, oh yeah, it's conventional wisdom that Parappa is the first rhythm game, he gave me like a big eye roll. He was like, yeah, okay, we got there first. So, all right, we tried 2. We didn't do super well with 2, but we can go back to it if need be. I'm going to try 3 here, see how well we do with 3. Okay. What? The pick failed me there.
Hey, it's not good enough, baby.
It's not.
もう一回言ってみよう。
もう一回言ってみよう. It's not good enough, baby. All right, we're gonna try 5 as well because I think we haven't done 5 at all yet. Okay. Think I got that? Yeah, okay.
この一曲をクリアできれば、
We got one more.
チョイスは何かな?
I love this guy. チョイスは何かな? What are you gonna choose? What's your choice? All right. What was I the closest to here? I feel like 6 shouldn't really be that bad. I can't remember exactly what each one of them were. Hey, Red Spectre, you're just in time for Stolen Song with our V-Pick peripheral and my trusty tennis racket. I will repeat the asterisk statement for you. This thing is real hard to play with. You can't just do this. You really gotta strum it. And that makes it so my reaction time can't be as quick. Like it makes it harder to do this. And so at some point I may hit a skill ceiling and I may have to switch over to the regular PS1 pad, which I have over here. I'm doing this on real hardware because I don't have any other way to use the V-Pick at the moment. I don't have like a snack adapter for my Mister or anything like that. All right. So right now we're in the battle of guitarists, and we're the grand prize is being able to record a demo at Hotei's studio. So we're really trying for that. And we got one more riff we have to copy successfully, and we're gonna see if I can make that happen here. All right, we're gonna try 6 again. I feel like I got it that time. Yeah, there we go.
おー、優勝だ。決まってたよ。さあ、この新しいリフをよーく聞いて。
I'm listening. Okay, listen to this riff.
何
Okay.
回か練習して。
Practice it. Okay.
ホテイのスタジオに行くための
Oh.
鍵なんだ。
It's the key to get into Hotei's studio. So Hotei's studio opens with a guitar. Oh. Yeah, I think it's a double meaning. Like he's literally handing me a key, but I'm pretty sure I have to play a riff to be able to enter Hotei's studio, which that sounds like something that Hotei would make someone do. Okay, it's just serious again. Okay. No, I don't need to practice more. That's okay. That's not really that bad. Cyber City Studio. Here you are. Hotei's amazing studio. A reference to his song, Cyber City Never Sleeps. Cyber City wa nemurenai. All right. Oh, who's this? No one of importance. Hotei is the knight. Hotei is the Batman. All right, security. Please play riff. All right, welcome to Hotei Studio. Yeah, play the key riff. We got to play the key riff. We got to play serious to get in. Whoa, wait, what? Okay, hold on. It's not even going to give me the... Okay. This sucks. I can't tell exactly where I'm supposed to start it is the problem. That is not good enough.
立ち入り禁止。立ち入り禁止。
Oh,
立ち入り禁止。
I can't go in. Can I try again? No? I gotta go home and practice! Oh no! They're sending me back to my shitty apartment in the slums. How far do I have to go back? Oh no, please do not tell me I have to do the Battle of Guitarists all over again. Oh ho 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 ho. Okay, do I want to practice more? Okay, oh, it's just gonna take me back to practice. Fine, I can live with that. Oh, it changed it. Dun, 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 dun. Do it one more time. One more time. All right. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. That was from Radio, Radio, Radio. So they change it every time. Come on.
布袋のスタジオ
I'm
へ
ready
よ
to
うこそ。
play.
お入りになりたい方はキーリフを演奏してください。
I feel like they...
キーリフ認可できません。もう一度お願いいたします。
There we go.
キーリフ認可しました。お入りください。
We're in Cyber City Studio. Oh,
はい。私はニーナ。
this is Nina.
あんたがコンテストの優勝者ね。
We're the
デ
contest
モを作り
winners.
に来たんだって。
We came to
準
make a
備
demo.
OK？
We're ready.
上までついてきて。
Follow her
すぐに紹介するから
upstairs.
彼がレコーディングエンジニアよ。
This is one of the only Japanese cast members apart from Hotei's band, and apparently Hotei cast her,
どこにいるの？
according to
コン
Bert
テストの優
Snow.
勝者が来たわよ。
Contest winner. Oh, here's Zeno, our recording engineer.
Come on into the studio. I've just finished Kimi no backing track.
I've just finished Kimi no backing track. I've just finished Kimi no backing track. There's a very delightful mix of English and Japanese in here, even from the English speakers. It is a cartoon. Kimi no backing track. All right, he just finished Orera no backing track.
彼がこの有名なデジタルデーモンのゼーノよ。彼
He's
の
the
腕にかか
famous
れば
Zeno.
あんたのサウンドに魔法がかかるよ。
He'll cast a spell over our sound. Make it
All you
pretty.
need to do is read the rhythm EKG. And remember, keep breathing. Katandayo.
Katandayo.
Off the booth you go. I'll cue you from here.
And yes, we did have to play the guitar riff to gain access.
Right, you ready?
Ready?
Kuyo.
Ikuyo.
Roll 'em.
Kantandayo. We got it. Kantandayo.
なかなかいいじゃん。どうや、ニナ。
What do you think, Nina?
悪くないわね。
Not bad.
そこら辺のよりはずっとマシ。
Hey, Nina. 結構すごいぜ。
We're
Let's get
pretty
Ote in
good.
here to listen to this.
Let's
Hey,
get
Kate, come in here.
Oh,
下
Kote.
で聞いてたよ。補填のことだから下で聞いてるのがたまらなくなってそろそろ上がってくるんじゃない？
Oh, here he comes. There he
よ
is.
く来てくれたね。コンテストに優勝したやつでニーナが認めたのお前が初めてなんだ。
We're the first one that Nina is approved of.
しろよニーナ。こいつのこと好きなんだろう。
You like him,
一
right?
つナイスなテイクができたからってギタリストになれると思ったら大間違いよ。
聞いた？気をつけな。一筋縄ではいかない女なんだから彼女は。
She's a dangerous one.
Give a listen to this, Hote.
Yeah, Hote's worth listening to. Yep, here he is.
いい感じだよ。バッチリ。すっげえ最高。その調子その調子。
We got it. We got it over. Okay, we're good. He did wear his best leathers.
Well, he's the best that's been through here. But what matters is what you think.
Yep, what matters is what Hote
ねえ
thinks.
お前
いいね。
この新曲で弾いてみない？ Come on やろうぜ。
Come on, Ikoze. We're gonna listen to his new song. Now for the real test. Hope you are ready. Hope you're ready. Oh.
この曲には面白いギターパートがあって、日本のギターでやったらどうなるのか聞いてみたかったんだ。
There's an interesting second guitar part in this that we're going to play.
今教えるね。後で俺がもう一つのパートをプレイするからさ。
And he'll play the second part after.
リズム EKG を読みながら、俺と同じように弾いてくれ。
Yeah, look at the rhythm EKG and just do what he's doing.
All right, 行くぞ。
Ikuzo. With those drums. Love it. That's a cool riff. Ba-da, 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 da. I like it.
いいじゃん。もう一回やろう。
One more
リ
time?
ズム EKG をちゃんと読み
Okay.
ながら。
He likes it though.
今度は俺がハーモニーを足すからさ。
Hote is impressed. He's going to do harmonies this time.
Come on.
Come on. Here we go. Oh no. Got a little hairy there for a second. Oh, almost got me at the end. I don't think I won though. I think I came 2 points under.
ちょっと怪しかったけど、もう少しでいけそうだね。
Okay, one more
ちょっとやってみ
time.
よ
He does got a smooth voice. All right, let's see if I can do a little bit better in some of those faster parts. But God, with this thing. Oh no, we screwed it up.
う。俺に合わせてくれよ。ノリがいまいちなんだよな。もう一回やるよ。
All right, hold on. I'm going to switch to the pad for this one. Think I might do better. Oh yeah, way better. We won't give up on the V-pick yet. I'll deploy the pad when I need to pass something. Yeah, the palm muted parts is really cool. And that was like an unreleased song, I think, that only came out on like one of his B-side collections. It was used in this and not put on anything else. It's called like Fun 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 or something like that. Take care of us, Nina. She'll take care of us. Hote, hote, hote. Later, on the way to the concert. We're on the way to the concert. We're going to the Hote concert, everybody. In 1998. What I wouldn't have given to go to a Hote concert in 19... I mean, I didn't know Hote was in 1998, but... Look. Oof. She likes disguising. And undressing in limos. Makes her feel like she can do anything when she changes costumes, not when she undresses in limos. Likes a change of mood, a change of atmosphere. I don't know. I don't like the wig. The wig doesn't do much for me.
ねえ聞いて忘れてた布袋があんたにギター用意して楽屋で一緒に弾けるようにしとけって言ってたんだ
Right.
もしあんたさえよければジーノがバンドのミックスにも加えてあげるって言ってたよ
Chino's gonna add us to the band mix. So it looks like we're just gonna be thrown into a Hote performance. And here's where the live footage starts getting mixed in. So this is from the Space Cowboy tour. This live footage.
へえ、91年のロンドン公演を見たの？あれすごかったよね。私をからかってんじゃないでしょうね。あんたそんな年には見えないよ。
人のこと言えないんじゃないの？
解いてよ。
ほっとけないんだな、これが。気をつけた方がいいよ。
Still warning us against her. That Nina.
嘘よ。
俺は嘘はつかないよ。
He doesn't lie.
頑張ってね。
俺は嘘をつかないよ。
なんだぜ。お前今夜俺たちとプレイするんだろ。
And we're gonna play with him. I love Hote's bassist's acting in this.
ついてこいよ。
He's probably the band member who does the most acting apart from Hote. Captain Rock. Oh, what happened? Oh God. What's going on? Oh, what? Oh God.
こいつ気絶してるよ。
What happened, everybody? We fainted.
布袋が誘拐されたんだよ。新曲のデモテープが盗まれちまったよ。
Oh, his new demo tape was stolen.
警察がこっちに向かってんだけど、こいつにいろいろ聞きたいとか言ってたで。
AKA, or not AKA, but this is where we get the stolen song part from.
なんだよ、信じらんねえな。
And they're suspecting us, needless to say, because we're the new guy.
なんか知ってっかもしんねえな。
We might know something.
ニーナ起こしてみろよ。
起きてよ。
We're awake.
私、ニーナよ。
It's Nina.
何も喋らないで聞いていればいいの。
Yeah, it took a real turn.
おい、布袋はどこなんだよ。
Where's Hote?
何も知らないかもしれないんだぜ。
You might not know
喋ん
anything.
なくていいのよ。
You don't have to talk.
聞こえてればうなずくだけでいいから。
Yep, just nod
布
if
袋
you
はどうなったか知ってる？
can hear us. Do you know what happened to
爆発
Hote?
の後何か見た？
Did you see anything afterward?
こいつどこのドイツだかわかんねえんだぞ。
We're not very trusted right now.
私は信用してるわ。
But she trusts us. Nina trusts us.
新曲まで教えてたぐらいだもん。
デモテープのあれか。
And Hote trusted us because he showed us the new song.
誰なんだよお前。本当に布袋がお前にあの曲を教えたんだな。信じらんないよな。ちょっと控えした方がいいかもしれないね。
They're gonna test us. Yep, Hote got kidnapped by the bad guys who have not yet been revealed who that is, but we'll find out soon enough. We gotta prove ourselves to the band first, I think. Right? Radio. Alright, I did not do this well with this on the V-Pick the first time, but we'll try it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Wanted me to do all the palm muting with this stupid V-Pick. Not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm free. This is a tough song, but we can do it. Hold on, I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna do it again. Because I wanna. Once I find the button. Once I find the button.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Nina does believe in me. Let's see if her trust is well placed. What? Okay. Huh? Oh. What? I did fine!
そんな風に言わなくてもいいじゃないのかちゃん。もう一回チャンスあげよう。
What are you talking about?
しっかりちゃんとできるわよね。
はいはいはい。
じゃあこれね。
Boo-doo-doo-doo. Wow. I forgot about that fast part at the end, if I'm being honest. I was like, oh god! I forgot! I forgot it speeds up.
Yo, way cool.
Yo, way cool.
ロッカーじゃん。
ロッカーじゃん。
やっぱりお前の友達だな。
Yep, he's convinced.
一緒に行ってホテイをどうしたら助けられるか考え
we're gonna help him figure out what to do about Hotei. We gotta get him back. How are we gonna get Hotei back? Let's go down to the studio, everybody. We passed.
Okay, みんな聞いて。
Listen up.
警察の話だとさ、
According to the police,
誰かがホテイのアンプの後ろに爆弾を仕掛けたんだって。
someone set up a bomb behind Hotei's
最
amp?
初はあんただと思ったみたいだけど、
They thought it was
あの
us
コン
at
テストに優
first.
勝してからあんた有名になっちゃったみたいでさ、やっぱり違うってことになったみたい。
But they don't think it is anymore.
でもホテイを助けるのにあんたの手が必要なの。
But they need our help to rescue him.
あ、変だよね。
But it's weird.
ホテルに敵なんかいないのにさ、なんだかさっぱりわかんねえよ。
I've got an idea. Last week, I sent the amp in to repair the transmitter.
Okay.
And now this.
The transmitter.
There must be a link.
There must be a
じゃあ行っ
link.
てみようよ。
No, we
Let's
can't do that.
go.
We'd be recognized. But I can turn the transmitter into a bug. See if we can pick up any clues.
What?
すんげえよ、ジーノ。おい、お前手伝ってくれっか？
Yeah,
東京来るだけでいいんだ。
we'll help.
お前あったら誰も疑わないからさ。
Wait, because we won't be suspected by anyone. We're not
一緒に
known.
来るのよ。
Nina's gonna
私のバ
come
イク運
too.
転させてあげるからさ。
But he can just turn the transmitter into a bug is my favorite part. He's just like, oh yeah, I'm a recording engineer.
初めて会った時の
Let's go, baby.
彼さ、本当にいい人なんだよね。
We're gonna ride on a bike with Nina. The motor of Nina's bike roared to
コン
life.
サートになるはずだったんだけど、お祭りの出し物みたいになっちゃったんだって。コンサート中に人客席を見たら子供がちょろちょろ遊んでただけだったんだよね。笑っちゃうのがトラックいっぱいの大根がギャラだったんだ。彼はみんなに見つからないように少し離れたところで大根をタダでばらまいてたんだよね。そこに私が通りかかったのよ。
All right, I think Snake Fingers is the place we took the amp in for service at. And now we meet who may just be the story's villain, Mr. Tommy. You ready? Everybody ready to meet Mr. Tommy? He is polite but wicked, and his student Proto wants to kick your butt. Kick your butt! All right. Mr. Tommy. You may remember the Snake Fingers commercial from the beginning. She's gonna wait out here so she doesn't get recognized. We're closed. Yes, this guy speaks like almost nothing but Japanese, despite very clearly being a white guy. You're still here, huh? Why? He doesn't have time to fix the transmitter. Like, can you play, or are you done? We play guitar, right? You good? Let's do this. If we can beat Proto. If we can beat Proto, wireless fix, no charge. We got to get 4 out of 6. Pull on the right guitar to open the hidden passage, right? A little fast for the stupid V-pick. Something like that. I think we got it. Oh, no, we didn't get it. Okay. Play. See if we can do this one more time with the V-pick. I don't know what the score we're actually supposed to beat is. It's not telling us. So I guess we'll see. If he tells me I fail again, then I'll use the pad. Okay, we got it, I think. We're pretty good. Way better than this idiot. He doesn't lie. He'll fix it for free. We did it.
Let's ride.
Come on, baby, let's ride. We gotta get back. We're going back with Nina. But she doesn't have a chopper, but she's got a pretty nice bike. Oh. All right. We're playing on real hardware for anyone who missed, so that means we got to actually load the disc. We got to actually load Stolen Song. Yeah, seriously, Nina, can we stop by the Moss Burger? Is that cool? I've opened the tray. I'm inserting disc 2. Give me a moment. Here's disc 2. Wow, wow, wow. There's disc 2 in. I could really go with a double spicy moss right about now. Man, that sounds good. I hear something. Let's secretly listen to Mr. Tommy. We're listening in. Look at what he built. I don't think he... How the hell did he build that?
I've got the signal back. Hold up.
What? Looks like he attached candles to it.
Look at you,
Die star nanoni. Look at you, a big star, and you can't do anything. How pathetic. Oh, that's Hote. What do you think you can do? Looks like I'm gonna have the last laugh. I'm gonna release your new song. Who's gonna play it for you? Of course, Proto. He plays fast and he's cute, he's popular with the girls. That's good enough. He's got no spirit. That's true. And that's why you're here. You're gonna teach him character. Nope. You gotta be kidding. If you don't do as I say, I'm gonna make it so you can't play guitar anymore. My soul's mine, whether I can play guitar or not. Imo are helpless. Proto's gonna release your song tomorrow. He's gonna get a big record contract. There's nothing you can do. It's our, with no Hote around, it's our victory. It's just a matter of time. Yeah, I think they really had a blast making this, I think.
誰だこのおっさん。まず盗まれた曲をすぐレコーディングしないと。そしたら明日プロとやっても、布袋の曲だって証明できるじゃん。
We gotta prove it's Hote's song.
あのソロを知ってんのはあんただけなんだから。
And we can be the ones to do it.
そうしよう。
そうしよう。
Rehearsal studio, eh?
We gotta go to the rehearsal studio. Let's go. One second. Hold on. This seems somehow appropriate for the level of dialogue that we've experienced in this game. I gotta find a faster way of doing this. We're gonna...
Come on, Doubting!
Come on, Doubting. The band is ready to practice. You play guitar. Let's learn the song. All right. We gotta learn the song. Look at that big painting of Hote, the cover of Guitar Rhythm 3, hanging above there. You know the first part, right? All right, here we go. See if we can do this with the V pick. You got it really good, because all I can do is hit my pick hard. It's the only way I can play. I know this part, man. I can do this one. Easy.
よし、イントロは OK。
イントロ OK. We're recording it.
俺がリズムパターンから始めるから、ギターは俺のドラムの後を追ってついてきなよ。
Follow along after his drums. Okay.
Alright. できるよ。
できるよ、ニーナ。心配しないで。No, 12 bar blues. bum, bum. I love that part. The fast picking's going to be tough with this thing.
Yeah, we're making progress.
Okay.
Listen, I found some of Hote's solo tracks. Let's lay them down.
So, その調子。
All right, we're going to do the solos. Yeah.
もたってるよ。
Think we got just good enough there.
いいぞ。
いいぞ。
今度はソロだ。補填に教わったところを思い出してくれよ。
Solo, solo, come on.
ほら、思い出すのよ。目を閉じて。
Close your
イメー
eyes
ジするの。
and imagine it.
思い出せるわよね。
You can imagine it, right? Yeah, sure. I can remember a solo after hearing it once from memory. Sure, why not? Oops.
Ahead of the beat.
That's good. That's good.
やったね。
That's one hot solo.
That's one hot solo. As they say, that's one hot solo. Time to play the complete song. I mean, I like the song, but I do now remember that, like, yeah, they make you play this song way too many times. All right, we got to do it. Dicta.
Right, now let's lay it all down together.
But you should have been able to just take... That's not how recording works. Bad. That's good. Woo! Psycho.
Psycho.
Psycho. Bachiri daze. Right on.
あんたならできると思ってたわ。
She knew we could do it. The whole time she knew. Nina never lost faith, not for a second.
Listen up.
Listen
これ
up.
がプランよ。
This is the plan.
セルクラブのギグは業界のためで招待客オンリーなの。
They've got a gig,
やっと4枚手に。
and we're gonna break in.
Wait, how, Nina?
変装した方がいいんじゃない？
そうだな、バレるか
We
もしれないな。
should change. We should
OK。
put on
みんな変装
costumes.
しよう。で、こ
Let's
れが作戦。
change. This is the
私が
plan.
プロトにイチャついて気を引くからさ。
She's gonna distract Proto, flirt with
ど
Proto.
うしてよ、中ちゃんもう。だからさ、気を引いてる隙に、ヒロシがあんたのギターを PA につなぐの。
Yep, and we're gonna plug in our guitar into the PA,
補定張りにギンギンに弾きまくる。
and so that way we can perform the song and I guess prove that it's Hote's or something,
その
and
間
proves that Proto is a
私たちが探
fraud.
し出すから。六本木駅に7時に待ち合わせよ。
Let's meet in Roppongi at 7 o'clock. On the train from Roppongi, the friends prepared for battle at the Cell Club. Hold on, I'm going to take off. 1 second. I'm wearing a parka that I just need to take off here because it's getting pretty warm doing all this picking. Whew. Go over there. Okay. Ready to infiltrate the Cell Club. Which is, I guess, just attached to Snake Fingers. Yes, the moment of truth in order to save Hote. It's all that's important.
最近のバンドも質が落ちたもんだね。姉ちゃん、こんなやつ何してんだ。
What are you doing here with these
姉ちゃん
guys?
なんて呼ばれる筋合いはないわよ。
Yeah, you don't have any right to call me Ne-chan. Just let us in, or you'll regret it.
Let's go.
Let's go.
ではお待たせいたしました。次に紹介するのはホットな新人ソングライター、ギターリスト。みんなあっと言わせる。
They're introducing Proto, I think. Getting ready to introduce him. Oh, look at this. The zipper's coming down. This Proto's just smoking backstage. Nina's putting on the moves.
なんでバックステージにいるんだよ。
Why are you backstage?
私
Me?
ニューヨークマガジンのニーナ。
She's with a magazine,
いいよ。
posing as a reporter.
一目見たかったのよ。
I just wanted to get a look at you.
業界中の噂じゃ。
You're so legendary in the industry.
レポーターなんだ。
Oh, you're a reporter, huh?
そうには見えねえな。
You don't look like it.
見に来たんだ。
You came to see me, huh? Oh, look at that. You're sneaking in to plug the recording into the PA. In this very convincing disguise.
抱えてるだけで OK。あとはこのアンプを通して
Yep.
全部音が出るんですよから。
So now we just gotta plug in the amp.
プロトを紹介したらすぐにステージにあるんだぞ。
Yeah, get on it as soon as they introduce Proto.
インタビュー申し込みに来たの。特集を組んで表紙にも出せるかもよ。
高いぜ、ベイビー。
Takaize, baby.
Thank you.
All right, here we go. The moment of truth.
I present to you the greatest young guitarist of our generation. Million seller Tobasu no wa machiga nashi no kono otoko.
He's gonna surpass millions, be a million seller. One and only.
Proto.
Proto. Here he comes. Oh, but what are we doing here? I don't know who you are, but get off my stage. Proto, get him off stage. Oh! We got Mr. Tommy pinned down.
偽物はプロトの方なんだ。この曲はホテイから盗んだ曲なんだぜ。
Yep, he's telling everyone this is Hote's song. They stole it.
みんな聞いてくれ。
Everybody listen.
Rock and roll!
Rock and roll! You must defeat Proto. Are we ready to defeat Proto in front of a live audience? I think we're ready. It was kind of a trap. This is sort of what we were planning on doing the whole time, I guess, but I don't know if they were planning on the guitar showdown or not. But you know what? We're ready to play this song for the millionth time. Good start. Getting hot. Oops. Oh. That's really hard to do with the V-pick. I think we still got a good score enough to win, though. And that's all that matters. You win! We proved... Oh, we're stripping him of his guitar. Cough it up. Yeah. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, Hote-san. We beat Proto. Now we just gotta rescue Hote. Cut it out, Mr. Tommy. It's your loss. You're no guitarist. Then what? What is power to you, Hote? I don't know. There's no real power that can come from soulless music. Hote is rescued. Goodbye, loser. Oh, there he goes. Mr. Tommy's on the run. He might come back someday. You think we'll get the sequel to Stolen Song one day? I doubt it. I don't know who this guy is. Probably the record exec. Yeah. We think you're a great guitarist. Save the reward for the hero. No, not this time. You'll be at the concert tomorrow, right? Oh, she's going to give us a present too. Oh, we get to ride on her bike again. Apparently riding on the bike with her again is the present. I can get behind that. That's fine. You must prepare to go on stage. Get to work, my friend. So we still got more rehearsals even after all this. We gotta keep rehearsing. We're living that band life. All right. Oh, Boys Be Ambitious. All right. This is from Guitar Rhythm 2 as well, I believe. I might have to switch to the pad for this one. I remember this getting a little bit more difficult, but let's see. Boys be ambitious. Boys be ambitious. Yeah. Yep, we're getting to the main event. We're almost there. Yeah, don't get too excited just because he praised you.
じゃあな、ステージで。
Yep, meet you on stage. I wonder how much of this is because I've heard these songs so much that I know a lot. Like, I don't know exactly what the notes they're going to throw at me are, but I know like the basic rhythms of the songs just from hearing them so many times. So I'm like, I wonder how much that's actually benefiting me. Probably a lot. Let's see here. Hit the stage. Keep the beat. I think this is Captain Rock. Time to go on. Here we go. Cheers. The band is rocking. You ready, kid? We got this.
Are you ready?
Are you ready?
Let's rock.
Let's rock. Oh, it's Boys of the Ambitious again. The notes are weird in this mode with the FMV. They're hard to tell the spacing. Think we got it? That was Boys BM. I think Captain Rock is next. He invites you to another concert. Your playing has fire. It pleases Hote. Your playing pleases Hote. So now you must prepare. It pleases Hote. I feel like that's a saying, that's a thing that I just need to start saying. Oh, here they come. Tsukare-sama. Tsukare-sama Hotesan. That was great.
今度のコンサートはもっと派手にやるつもりなんだ。
Let's go even crazier the next concert. I'm ready. Work it, baby. We got to go back to rehearsal? Okay, all right. Back to rehearsal, everybody. We thought we were ready, but we got to rehearse some more. Oh, here's Captain Rock. Okay, I'm pretty sure I can do Captain Rock. Captain Rokudaze. All right, practice Captain Rock. Oh my god! This is harder than I remember. Doesn't help that I was just dancing at the beginning. You got those off rhythm, the ska kind of like rhythms. Here comes a superstar, Captain Rock, coming down, make you dance. Here comes a superstar, Captain Rock, coming down, make you rock. Now they abridged it there. Oh boy. Man, even with my space out at the beginning, I still got it.
Great.
Great. Bachiri da. Arigato, Hote-san. I love Captain Rock. Get ready to step on stage and shine like a superstar. Here we go. Onegaishimasu.
Yeah, やったね, Captain Rock. Let's go.
やったね, Captain Rock. Let's go. All right, pay attention this time. Don't dance through the intro. Dun, 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 dun. Whoa, 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 whoa. Don't stop, Captain Rock, coming down, make you dance, here comes the superstar. Captain Rock, coming down, make you rock. They are great, Red Spectra. Hote is great. What? Are you serious? What happened? What? You're ditching me, Hote? I thought I got over the score. Disaster! Did I not see that I got the score correct? Was I not looking at the right thing, or did it? All right, fine. One more time. Ugh. All right, I got that one. I thought we were cool, Hote-san. What happened? All right, so the thing that I don't love about the parts where it cuts from the FMV to the recorded live footage is they change the way the notes look on the rhythm EKG. Like they're a little more like mushed together. I don't really know a better way of putting it than that. And so that does mess me up a little, but I swear to God, I looked at the score at the end of that and I saw the crowd is screaming, "The lights are brighter than the sun." You ready to crank it up? I'm ready to. Hi. That was a unique scene from last time, I think. All right, let's see if we can do it this time. Love his little dance. I messed that part up. All right, I beat the score. I'm not going to strum at the end in case that somehow impacted my score. There we go. There's the screenshot. This is what we were waiting for. The best screenshot in the game right here. I use this all the time. Proved herself on stage. The band is happy with you. Yeah! Rock and roll! We're not quite done yet. Don't go home yet. We're almost there, but we're not quite there yet. Fans want more. It's time for the encore. I remember this one being quite hard. Let's see. Encore. Rock and roll. Let's see if we can do it. I think this is Poison. Doon, 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 doon. Yep. That lovely bass-led intro. Oh, God. Oh, God. I might have to do this with pad. This is going to be... Poison is not easy. Give me another chance, Hote.
俺とステージでプレイしたいだろ？もっとしっかり弾いてくれよ。
Hi, hi, hi. Sumimasen, Hote-san. Don't send me back. Please don't send me back. Oh, no. Oh, well, I mean, if I get to practice Poison, then that's fine, but don't make me like... Don't make me like Okay, that's fine. I'll play Poison. Hi, hi, hi. Hi, hi. Okay. All right. Boom, boom, boom. Poison. See, with the pad, no problem. I've listened to Poison like a gajillion times, so I should. Like I said, I knew I would have a skill ceiling with the V pick here. With the V pick here. So we're gonna finish this with the pad because I believe this is the last song.
Come on, let's rock.
Let's rock. Solo. Sing it. There we go. Far exceeded our score with the pad there. Just as I predicted. You win! We won! We made it! Oh, there's somebody who wants to introduce. It's a special friend. He's a good guy. Give him a lot of applause. That's me. Thank you. Give it your best. Let's do it again sometime. Hot! You were good. His actual band members for the Space Cowboy tour. You did it. You have won. Remember to save your... Excuse me. Remember to save your game. I will remember to save my game. Thank you very much. Though I do already have a saved game on here. I specifically started a new one so we could go through the story. We won! Yay! Yep, this was filmed in well, some of it was filmed in San Francisco. The actual filming was done in San Francisco, but the photography for the backgrounds was done in Tokyo, if I remember correctly. If I remember Bert's story correctly. The star arrives. Don't forget your lines, everyone. Make sure you don't forget your lines. I'll cut off my guitar thing here. Makeup shots. So I guess they probably flew out his band as well. Yeah, there they are. On the green screen. We'll toggle the cam back to this one. Break time. Hiroshi, wake up! Wake up, Hiroshi! For our next game, we will not be needing the V-pick anymore. So I'm going to set that down. Our next one is just a regular old D-pad game. Hey, get back to work. That slacker, Hote. I can't believe he's slacking so much. You're clever, Hote. And with Mr. Tommy in the basement. Ice cream and frozen yogurt. Sounds good. Champagne for everyone. This is a great game in so many ways. I'm glad some folks tuned in to see it. I feel like even if you don't know anything about Hote, like, it's a funny enough game. Congratulations. You cleared the game. I hope you had as much fun as playing the game as I had making it. Music is everything to me. I hope you learned something about music. Good job, Hote. You did great, buddy. The end. All right. That was Stolen Song. I'm going to switch. Actually, you know what? Give me a moment here. Getting the next game ready. We're on real PlayStation hardware tonight, so I actually have to flip discs. Imagine that. But we're going to do a little history lesson on the next band here first. So just putting it on standby. Okay. Right. Let me switch my monitor input because real hardware means I gotta actually switch the monitor input. Okay. All right. So that was Stolen Song. In terms of games, that was certainly our highlight of the evening for sure. The next one is not quite going to compare to that, I'm afraid. But even more so than Hote, the next one, or the next artist, I should say. Let me actually change the stream info here real quick before I get into this explanation. One moment. We're still on another PS1 game here. Boom. All right. But before we do that, we get to talk about a band I will never, ever get tired of talking about. So I hope you're ready. I hope you're ready. let me get a video to play in the background here while we talk about this. Oh, which one do I choose? I have so much footage of these guys that it's hard to even decide. You know what? Let's go with the Tokyo Dome Live just before they broke up as our background music here. All right, we actually don't want too loud a volume here. All right, this seems pretty good for background discussion here. All right, so the band you are looking at here is none other than the Yellow Monkey. And I might not have talked about them all that much on the stream so far, but they are my favorite band ever in the world. If I were to describe their sound, I would say they are what you get when you roll up 70s and 80s glam rock. Think early David Bowie, think T-Rex, think New York Dolls, groups like that. When I say glam rock, that's who I mean. Roll that up with some other types of hard rock and maybe a little bit of enka, like traditional, Japanese ballads. Throw some of that in there too, and that's the Yellow Monkey. On vocals here, you've got, on vocals and sometimes guitars, you've got Kazuya Yoshi, aka Lovin'. They all have nicknames. That's just the era that they came from. On the main guitar player, lead guitar, is Hideaki Kikuchi, aka Emma. Our bassist is Hirose Yoichi, aka Hisei. And our drummer is Eiji Kikuchi, aka Annie. And yes, the Kikuchi brothers, the guitarist and the drummer, are brothers. They're actual brothers. Yemon for short. Yemon is the Yellow Monkey for short. They came up in the late 80s, early 90s in a movement called Japa Metal, which was focused around a club in Shibuya called La Mama. And that was sort of like Japan's answer to like the glam rock movement of the 80s, like their sort of version of it and their sort of version of heavy metal all sort of rolled into one. Their first indie album came out in 91. They got signed in 92 pretty quickly. In their first couple of albums didn't really do numbers. They were actually kind of struggling. Not really finding any hits. But Yoshi-san, their love singer, their lead singer, just like his hero David Bowie, he wanted to do a concept album. And that was 1994's Jaguar Hard Pain, which was actually about a World War II era soldier named Jaguar who died in combat and slipped through time to come back to life in present day, then 1994, searching for his love, Mary. So, pretty weird story for a concept album, no doubt. But it did get them some more notice. Jaguar Hard Pain is a very, very well-respected album. Let's skip ahead to a different song here, so you can get some variety. They still weren't where they needed to be. They still hadn't achieved the level of popularity they were looking for. And so, like a lot of bands who have done a few albums and haven't found a lot of success, they did not do an early One Piece opening theme. They did an early Rurouni Kenshin opening theme. We'll talk about that in a minute. They did not do a One Piece song. I'm not sure where that information came from, but I am 99.9% sure that is not correct information. But like most bands who can't quite find their footing, they pivoted to a little bit more of a poppy not total pop, right? They were still a rock band, but a little bit of a lighter sound, a little bit less weird, a little bit less heavier rock. With the album Smile in 1995, and this is really what started them into getting known. So it was working. They continued like this for another album, 4 Seasons, and that's when the track Tactics happened, which was, up until very recently, their only anime song. It was the first ending to Rurouni Kenshin, the original Rurouni Kenshin from back in the 90s, not the modern remake of Rurouni Kenshin. And so that contributed to their popularity, of course. But Yoshi being the main composer of the group, he still felt like he wasn't quite writing as all of himself, and he was still having to make compromises. But his label kept telling him, more pop, more pop. You need to be more pop to find more success. And he didn't like this. This isn't what he wanted to hear. And so they left their label and came back in 1997 with what most consider their magnum opus, an album called Six, S-I-C-K-S. This is a very, very well-respected Japanese rock album. And so really this is when they just took flight and really started busting the doors down. They put another album out in 1998, Punch Drunkard, which is actually the sign. Well, you can't really see it in this, but when I go to full cam, there's a pink sign behind me that says Punch Drunkard. It's the logo for that album. And in this one, they embarked on a gigantic tour, 113 dates throughout Japan. That is a lot of dates for just Japan. Like, it took them over a year to complete this tour. And they even did 2 dates in the UK during that time. As far as I know, they never went to North America, but they did do those 2 dates in the UK because they're a bunch of Anglophiles, and of course they would. But not surprisingly, that ended up leading to them running out of gas, right? They were really burning the candle at both ends. So they released one more album, 8, which is this is their final live, before they called it a hiatus in 2001, which would then turn into a breakup. So this was their last live at Tokyo Dome. And the really cool thing about this is this footage is from a DVD. But in 2001, keep in mind the year, they streamed this concert online for free. It was 2001, so the bitrate sucked. Bandwidth couldn't really necessarily support it, but they did it. And like, that's crazy innovative for 2001, a concert streaming online in 2001, all across the world. That's nuts. I was just starting a semester of college. It was my first day, the morning that this streamed. And I skipped some classes to watch this streaming badly on the internet because I had just really started getting it. I had started getting into the band hardcore maybe a little less than a year before. And I heard that they were going on hiatus. It wasn't yet a full breakup. They just said hiatus. But I felt like somewhere in my mind, I kind of read the tea leaves and meant, okay, they might not come back from this. So I was like, this is it. I missed my chance. I hadn't gotten to go to Japan yet in 2001. I was still a poor college kid. I couldn't afford that. And so I was very happy to watch this online. I was on some mailing lists, a Japanese language mailing list that talked about the Yellow Monkey. I was a big fan. But I was like, that's it. I missed my chance. This band that I love so much, I'm never going to get to see. And the other members went on to do their own solo stuff. The frontman, Yoshi, was the only one who found a lot of success with it, I would say. He found just as much success as a solo artist as he did in Yemon. And I thought that was it. I was like, okay, this is done. This is the end. It sucks. I'll never get to see this band that I love so much. But then something crazy happened. Something that I never in a million years expected to happen happened. They reunited. And this is in 2016. They announced a reunion concert. Well, they announced a series of reunion concerts, I should say. Like, they were back. This isn't just like, we're touring once and we're done. Like, they were like, we're back. We're back, baby. And I knew that I had to take my chance. Like, I had been to Japan by this point. I went to Japan for the first time in 2008. They were not. I did go to a concert. I went to an Oofles concert, but it wasn't these guys. They weren't back together yet. But I knew, like, I can't let this go. Like, they were so important to me and so influential to me. Like, part of the reason that I learned Japanese, that I was like, I can't, if something happens, I can't let this go again. And so I took a trip to Japan in 2016, my first time back in 8 years. I wanted to go to Japan again too, but it was mostly for this. Like, I mostly came for this event. And as I was lined up, this was in Roppongi National Gymnasium is the English name of the venue. We'll show some photos in a minute. That's not where this recording is from. This recording is from Saitama Super Arena, another one on their date list. But as I was lined up for merch outside the venue, I came early. I wanted to get some t-shirts and some stuff. And a staff member with a camera came by, and, you know, they were like shooting footage, you know, probably for DVDs and stuff. And they saw me, probably the only foreigner there. I can't be completely sure of that, but I'm guessing I was. And they interviewed me in Japanese. As far as I know, my interview footage was not used anywhere. Like, I bought Ototogi, their documentary on their return, and I did not see my interview anywhere on there. So they maybe decided not to use it for anything. But, you know, they kept the Japanese pretty straightforward for me, and I was able to answer all their questions in Japanese. And they quickly found out that I could come. They were like, "You came to Japan for this day? For this concert?" And I said, "Yes." And the guy was pretty amazed, and I told him, like, I learned a lot of Japanese through Yoshi-san's lyrics, for better or worse, because he writes very complex lyrics. And so he's given me a lot of challenges over the years. But I told my story, and so somewhere I hope that the band members got to see it and know that there's at least one American guy out there who really loves their music. I also met a really good friend there, Mariko, who was just a woman who I did not know from anyone. Most of the time when you go to a concert in Tokyo, which is where this was, people sit next to you and they won't say a word to you, you know, maybe assuming you can't speak Japanese or whatever. She chatted me up. She's from Hyogo Prefecture, I believe, so the Kansai area, kind of around Osaka. And she just got, you know, that friendly Kansai spirit. She just got right into conversation with me, and I was like, well, I guess I'm doing this. And we became pretty good friends. Every time I go back to Japan, I try and visit her. And so they're also responsible for sort of a friendship, too. I want to show a couple photos here real quick before we get into the game. Sorry to belabor the point here, but these guys are real important to me, in case you can't tell. Only guy, yeah, I probably am. I mean, it's hard to say whether I'm the only, but I've at least got to be one of the few, right? I figure there can't be too many more like me. So this is from that 2016 tour. This is outside of Roppongi National Gymnasium. This is a photo that I took of just outside the venue. And then this is a little blurry, but this is as you go in. Like, this is different artists, like, sending them flowers, like congratulatory flowers. You've got some notable names here for folks who may be familiar with Japanese. You've got Triceratops, which is a trio rock band. You've got Acid Man. You've got Daigo. Some other ones that I can't quite read. I think NHK Songs sent a bouquet there, the music program NHK Songs. I was shooting this while I was moving. You know, I was a part of a moving line, so I had to kind of be as quick as I can. I didn't want to. And actually, I'm looking at it now, and it says that you're not allowed to take pictures. And I legitimately did not see that sign. And I sure did. That guy didn't yell at me or anything. So I guess I was okay. Yeah, Acid Man's cool. I haven't listened to a ton of their catalog, but I enjoyed listening to Acid Man and translating some of their lyrics back in the day. And okay, so second part of the story. So that was 2016. Like once in a lifetime experience. Like I'll never ever forget it. It was probably the most memorable trip to Japan I've had to date just because of that. And I stayed for 2 weeks and I did all kinds of things that trip. I went to Osaka, to Kyoto, to Hiroshima. Like I had a blast that trip. It was absolutely amazing. But that was the highlight of it. And it was my first time back in 8 years. So it was just great to be back. So then they started up a fan club. And I don't know if y'all know about how ticket lotteries in Japan work, but basically, if you want to get into a big band shows, it really behooves you to be a member of the fan club. And that means they charge you a small annual fee. And usually the Yemon fan club sends me a pin every year. So I get like a little something for my money. But it also gives you the right to enter the fan club ticket lottery. So they give fan club members first dibs on seats before any tour. But this doesn't absolutely mean you'll get them in a lottery. It means you can enter for the possibility of being able to pay for tickets. But the point is the best seats are in that fan club lottery. So it's not a guaranteed win. Just because you're in the fan club does not mean you will win a seat in the fan club lottery, and in which case you're best of luck in general sales, right? But 2017, so I sold the house that I was living in at the time. I moved to Illinois in 2008, and my partner and I at the time, who were no longer together, but we bought that house together, and we split. And the house was a little bit far out from my friends and where I wanted to be. So finally, around after my Japan adventure in 2016, I was like, I need to work on selling this place. It was a great house. I love the house. I just didn't love the location. So I decided to sell it. 2017, I finally got off my butt and did it, fixed some things up, got it on the market, got it sold, moved to an apartment in the town that I live in right now. Not the place I'm in right now, but same town, about 7 minutes or less than 7 minutes away from where I'm at now. But I had some money, because I made a profit on the house, not a huge profit, but a profit nonetheless. And so in going into an apartment, I didn't have like another down payment to go into or anything like this. I knew I wanted to buy a place again, so I saved a lot of it for that. But I decided I wanted to splurge a little bit. I wanted to go back to Japan, and I wanted to take my brother with me. My brother does not speak any Japanese, but through when I was living back at home with my parents, like he absorbed some of my love of Japanese music, and some artists rubbed off on him despite not knowing the language. And one of them was Yemon in a big bad way. Like he's very familiar with a lot of their songs, despite not knowing what the heck they're singing about at all, right? So I heard that Yellow Monkey was doing 2 days in Tokyo Dome, and I'd never been to Tokyo Dome for a concert. So I was like, you know what? We're going to go. You're a fan of the band too. We're going to go. And so I basically paid for his flight and his hotel. We shared a room, and said, you're only responsible for your own spending money. Like I can cover food even. Like you want to buy yourself stuff, bring money for that. Otherwise, I got you. And so we went to the Tokyo Dome in 2017. This was early December 2017, if I'm not mistaken. Right after our mom passed away, actually, which kind of made it bittersweet in a different way. It sort of made it feel like the trip had an alternate purpose, right? But it was cool going to Tokyo Dome. We had there was a little wall on the outside that people got to sign. So this is the wall. You can see kind of people writing things in marker on there. We met up with my friend Mariko there. I have a picture of that, but I don't think she likes her photo shown. So I'm going to reserve from doing that. But we took a photo there together. She got to meet my brother, and I got to maybe interpret my first two-way conversation that trip. So that was fun. And this is getting a little close to the arena. The Tokyo Dome is called the Big Egg. And so this was the Yellow Monkey Super Big Egg 2017. And this is again before the show started. So this was the egg that they would end up coming out of when the performance started. So yeah, we had a great time there. We went to Tokyo and Nagoya. We didn't go quite as many places or stay quite as long because I was, footing the bill for 2 people. But that was a cool trip. And then they released a new album in 2019, 4-9. That was their first new album since reuniting. They just kind of did, hits tours before then. And so I went back in 2019 to their show in Shizuoka, in Hamamatsu, to be specific. I don't know if Enerjax is still out there, but Hamamatsu represent. This is at Ekopa Arena, which is like a side arena off of a big soccer stadium that they have called Ekopa. And they did a concert there. It was my first time to Shizuoka, much more rural, but still a really great experience. And that was, but one quick story I want to tell about this before we move on to the game, if y'all will bear with me. This was an interesting experience because all the concerts that I'd been to in Tokyo up until this point were in major, cities like Tokyo. And I guess I'd been to one in Osaka Hiroshima as well. But this one was interesting. It was in I'd describe it as a medium-sized hall. It's definitely the closest I'd ever been to the band in proximity. But as soon as I sat down in my chair, a Japanese man came running, not walking, running up to me and asked me in English, "Why are you here?" And I knew what he meant. His English is limited, so I did not think he was trying to be insulting at all. I got his point. He was just so surprised to see a foreigner here for a Japanese band like this that he wanted to know my story, right? And so I was able to respond to him in Japanese, and I explained to him, I'd been a fan of the band. I'd been to, I went to their reunion concert. I went to Tokyo Dome. And so he was very fascinated by this. And then a younger woman turns around in front of me, a younger Japanese woman, and says, "Oh, I was curious about this too, because I heard when they were letting people in, to the arena, people were talking about how there was a foreigner here." And I was like, oh my God, they were outside talking about me. Like, I can't believe this. And so those friendships, it was a pleasant conversation. I did not get those people's names. We didn't, form any kind of a lasting friendship, but it was still a fun experience. And it was cool getting to see them in Shizuoka. So that's my Yemon story. They're a very, very important band to me. And I will follow them for really as long as they're around. I would say I'm gonna keep that up. So let's see. Now that you all have so kindly listened to me prattle on here, we're gonna play the game. We're probably gonna run a little bit late tonight, but for Yemon, it's worth it. So I'm going back to the PS1, back to game. We're not on Hote anymore, though. We're loading up this game. This is Perfect Performer, the Yellow Monkey. I regret to inform you that this is not an FMV game with like funny dialogue. It is a funny game in its own way. I will say that much. And I think the PS1 will just pick up my load here, pick up the fact that I put in a new game here, maybe. If not, I'll hit the reset button. I think I'll just hit the reset button. Y'all get to experience maybe the first PlayStation 1 load screen you've seen in a while, potentially. There we go. That's the stuff, right? And so this one came out in 1999. This was about a year after Stolen Song. We get a little intro here once it loads. It's checking the memory card. Funhouse was, I believe, their label at the time. I don't know who Vonton Edutainment Factory is. Bowenman was their management company. Here they come. There they are. This is the Punch Drunkard era. And here it is. Perfect Performer. The Yellow Monkey. All right. So, what I don't remember exactly... One moment. That's weird. Huh. My level balance. Oh, wait, hold on. Huh. I don't know why that cut out. I have, a long story short, I have a, I have a setup here that is piping the sound from my capture in through another way. So I don't know if this will set me off or not, but we may just have to listen to... I may just have to listen to the stream audio, which might be slightly delayed. So I'm trying to see if... Fonton was the Japanese company that did the PS1 and Saturn. Mindscape's PC Adventure Angel. Ah! Let me look at the options here real quick. Is there anything I can do with sound? Because the problem with a lot of these is, okay, that's just stereo. Okay, vibration, please off. Yes, okay, good. Okay, that's good. Free mode, perfect mode, live mode. Live mode is kind of the progression through them. I really want to see if I can figure out what in the world is going on with this sound thing, though. Because I'm hearing the menu, boom, boom, when I go through stream mode, and I'm assuming you all can hear it too as a result. But when I switch back to my own headphones, for whatever reason... I am not really getting that audio through there like I was getting for Stolen Song, which could become a problem. Well, let's see what we can do with this. Let me just check my cables real fast. Okay, everything looks like it's tightened in there okay. I know the other thing I can do. 1 second. Let me just, let me turn down... And let me actually turn the capture on for my headphones. That'll do it. It might be a slight delay, so we'll have to see how much it really ends up impacting me. But we'll make do with what we got here. Okay, so I will try to see if we can make it through perfect mode tonight, because that's kind of like the progression from song to song. All right, so let's give this a try. Perfect mode. Here we go. And here we get to pick our instrument. So it doesn't necessarily reflect like, and this is a 4-player game, as you can see. So that's an interesting thing that it has going for it. I'm gonna go vocal because I gotta rep lovin'. And you get little voice samples. That was Lovin' saying "Ikuze." Let's go. And so now name entry. How do I? Okay, we'll do. How do I pick that as being it? Where's the end? Come on, people. Come on, people.
Let's go.
Let's go. I forget what the first song is. But these are all Yemon songs of the era. They don't really go back in the catalog too much, unfortunately. That's kind of my one big criticism, I would say. Yeah? You could say Rock Band. Oh, My Winding Road. Okay. And we've got PlayStation buttons as our things we have to hit here, even though, here we go. Actually, hold on. I'm a dummy, and I figured out why my audio thing wasn't working. I am not used to doing this setup, so give me one moment. I'm actually going to retry this, because I am playing this the stupidest way I could possibly play it. You may recall that I mentioned that I switch inputs for this. And so, like the dumb I am, I didn't switch my monitor back to the input that it needs to be on for this. So now I will get audio because it is an active audio source. Buh. Okay. All right. Let's retry this. This time with feeling. There we go. Here we go. Still pretty strict inputs for this one because, you know, this is a 90s rhythm game. Oh boy. Yeah, this is quite a difficult game, actually. I might have to dumb down the difficulty for this for myself here. I forgot. But yeah, at least you get to see what happens when I fail. As you can see, like, garbage and stuff is being dropped on him. You get the close-ups. The cat clawing his face. You know, like happens when you mess up at concerts. Ooh, all right, I'm gonna bump this difficulty down a little bit. That timing is really strict. And I am not good enough at 90s rhythm games to keep that up. So we're gonna bump it down just a tad. I'm gonna be weak here. Yep, the band is recreated as sprites. Maybe I would argue kind of low budget sprites. I don't feel like this game had the highest budget in the world. That's for sure. But, you know, they did it. So the question is, can I bump down the difficulty from the options? I know I can do individual songs at different difficulties, but is live mode just the difficulty that it is? It might be. That's fine. Yeah, boy, I guess I don't really get options so much. I believe free mode is where you can just pick a song. We might do that because I can at least kind of control what I'm doing here.
Let's go. All
right, and so now we get more of like a free play type thing where we're picking our song and we can pick kind of easy, normal, hard, and we can still go through all the songs. There's not really any story to this game anyway. Like, it just kind of moves from one to the other, so we're not really missing anything by going through live mode, by not going through live mode, if I'm being honest with you. I'm just going to try it on normal and see if it's the same difficulty as it was on live mode. So and then you get the single cover, or the album cover over on the side there. That's kind of neat. All right, let's see here. Yeah, and this is you will see in the upper this way on my layout, you'll see a sprite of Lovin' that the Pixel Pigeon drew based on the one found in this game. So obviously his looks way better, but pretty cool. I had to make him a part of my layout. All right, I suspect this will probably just be... I think this is about the same. How far? Those, man. Those combos. I might have to bump it down to easy. I love that they recorded original voice samples for this, though, I will say. This is such a good song. One of the earliest songs of theirs that I heard. There's the mirror ball. It's my disco. It's my disco. Not gonna be my disco if I keep this up. We're managing to hang in there a bit better this time. Probably just needed to shake some of the rust off. So we'll keep trying normal. Those triples. They're gonna be the death of me, literally. Song has a great video too. No, come on! No, no, no! That's the end of the song, for God's sake, please. I don't know if that means I passed, since my bar at the end was not good. I think in the end it's just your average more than it is anything else, but so I think... Not that it matters too much if I pass it or not, since I'm just doing onesie-twosies with songs here. Yep, Starlight Midoriya Land points out that there is Transmission VJ Remix, which honestly is not even really a game. It's just, look, you can edit footage together. Like, I'm not really going to show it off here because there's almost nothing to it. I wrote about it in the book. There just isn't, there's nothing there. It would be like me showing it for 5 minutes.
Let's go.
Let's do some other songs here. Let's do Terebi no Shinga, TV singer. Best. The most fun one is New York City Loser, so we may not do all of these tonight, but we'll at least do a handful. I definitely want to do this. This is a very Led Zeppelin, very Black Dog-esque riff. For any of you who are familiar with Led Zeppelin, you'll recognize the that this opens with. At least you should. Pretty similar, right? Still pretty good, though. I love Annie's drums. He's such a good drummer. Nice. Unagi Nobori. Not doing too bad on this one. The close-ups are so funny. Solo. And since we're vocals, we don't get to do this part. Emma-chan! Psycho! Tearing it up. I think I hit that, thank you very much. What? Oh, it was getting me at the end, giving me the business right at the end of the song. I think I... Let's... Minna de kimochi yoku naru ze. Like, let's... How would you even translate that? Like, we feel... We're gonna make things feel better together, I guess. All right, let's skip around a little bit here as far as our songs go. We're gonna do, we're gonna do the one that I really want to show. We'll do maybe like the last three. We'll do New York City Loser, Burn and Love Love Show before we close out. But New York City Loser is the most fun that they have with the backgrounds. Like up until now, it's just been like stages, right? It's just been like, oh, okay, they're on this stage, blah, 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 whatever, right? Wait till you see this one. New York City Loser was a B-side, I don't know if they've ever played it live, to be honest with you. At least not that I can recall. And I think about all their concerts on DVD or Blu-ray, so I feel like I would have seen it. It was a B-side that never made it onto an album. But still a very good song nonetheless. Obviously, knowing the melodies to these really helps. It's just full of foreigners, New York City. Who knew? How crazy. It's just full of buildings. think the song is supposed to be a bit satirical. Heh. I think some of the other instrumental parts are actually harder than the vocals, I would say. I remember trying to play them at some point and being like, wow, this is significantly harder. Here it comes. Pay attention to that subway car in the back, everyone. Because if you've ever been to New York, well, this isn't the one yet. Never mind. The next one, the next subway car. Pay attention. Water break. Solo is the water break. They did, the band actually talked a little bit about this. They couldn't remember much from the making of it, but, they did, like, study, Yoshi's mannerisms on stage. Like, I don't think he actually did mocap for it or anything. Let myself get distracted here. Wait, why isn't it doing it this time? It didn't do the thing that it was supposed to do. Maybe it's random? I'll explain what it is in a minute. Or maybe it had to do with my performance or something. Oh, God. So, I don't know why it didn't happen, but unless it happened and I just didn't notice it, but I don't think so. At some point, did you feel the rock? What's supposed to happen is that the subway car is supposed to go back in the background and it stops and dogs just come streaming out of the subway car endlessly. Why? I don't know. But it normally happens. I don't know why it didn't happen there. Maybe I messed up at the wrong part or something, and it like does a different thing if you don't do well at a certain part. I'm not sure, but every time I played it, I feel like I remember the dogs coming out of the subway car. Believe me, think I'm crazy. They're coming out of that subway car. They do. They do it. Burn. This was a very, very popular single. This is the one I would say mixes the most Enka into their sound. If I had to pick a sound, Yoshi even in interviews has talked about how he loves Enka. He loves, you know, Japanese pop, like old-timey Japanese pop, what they'd call like kaio kyoku. he grew up with it, and it's a big influence on his writing, as well as, like, you know, British rock. So it definitely creeps in there from time to time. This is definitely a song I'd recommend to anyone who hasn't listened to the band, to kind of give you a variety of what an idea of what the sound variety can be. Like here I was hitting those notes. That's very like Enka kind of melody. The way he's singing it with the kind of the warble almost. Not necessarily here, but just in that one part. Yeah, you only really get punished in this game, I feel like, if you miss a string of notes. Like, missing one here and there isn't too bad. Your score doesn't go down too much. Very good solo in this one, too. And you've got the sympathy for the devil style. Ooh, 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 ooh. Come on, focus. Oh, I got that. Nice. Good score. Boom.
みんな頑張ろうぜ。楽しいね。
Roku wa tanoshii ne. Rock's so fun. It is fun. I agree. All right. Love, Love Show. We're closing out with Love, Love Show.
行くぜ。Let's go. じゃあ行くか。行くぜ。よろしくお願いします。
Love, Love Show. Love, Love Show, so fun. Also a great video if anyone wants to look that up on YouTube. It's very fun. Boo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Hard to believe I was messing up on my winding road when I'm hitting these. Water break. But only for a moment. Oh, here we go. This is like an allusion to the video. Nice.
Love, love show. Love, love show.
Love, love show.
Love, love show. Love, love show. Love, love show.
That was probably not a full combo, but God, it had to be pretty close, right? Did it ever... Was it a full combo? Oh my gosh, wow. Oh, 99%. I missed one. Okay, that's pretty good, though. I'll take it. I will take it. And effectively, that's the hardest song. I mean, since it's the last. So, hey. We'd love to see it. All right. All right. I think our PlayStation 1 adventures for this evening will be concluding there. Hope everybody enjoyed Stolen Song. That was definitely the better part of it. And I know we're on a Twitch ad right at the moment, so I'll try and buy myself some time here. I gotta get into the habit of watching for those Twitch ads so I can, make sure I am paying attention to when people are away or not and are able to see or not. But yeah, so I'm thinking as far as where we are with this, with the gameplay Harmonies games, as far as our progress goes, I'm thinking that we're going to do Tomalark next week. We're going to open with Tomalark next week, a game I am very bad at, but I suppose I should still show off. And then we'll kind of get into a couple PS2 titles that I want to show. And then, honestly, we'll be kind of coming up on the end. We'll be in the gauntlet of Mini-Moni stuff. And I do not want to show everything Mini-Moni. I do not even want to show most of the games that are Mini-Moni, because most of them are not great. But somewhere, yeah, I on one hand, I think the sprites were kind of created somewhat fatefully, but I also feel like they're a little low budget in some ways. I don't know how else to put it. But I don't know. I feel like a little bit more budget could have got into that game. Like, it's no Stolen Song, that's for sure. Like, I would have loved a Stolen Song for the Yellow Monkey. Like, that would have been amazing. But yeah, for as much as Yemon is number one in my heart, their game is not amazing. It really only has any value if you like the songs. I mean, other than that, it's just kind of a normal rhythm game, right? There's not much to it. You're like, okay, I guess these guys are an important band and I'm playing their songs and that's it. But the Hote one, I feel like there's a lot there for you. Even if you have no idea who Hote is, if you don't know any of his music, you're still going to get a lot of fun out of it, whether you're using the V-Pick or not. So I'm glad I was able to get as far as I did on with the V-Pick. I only really had to put it away a couple times, which was a little surprising to me. I thought I would have hit my skill ceiling there way more quickly. But glad I got to put the camera setup to use here. But yeah, next Thursday I'll probably do Tomalark. We'll probably get into like the Morning Musume PS2 game, Space Venus. We might show the Hamasaki Ayumi one just quickly. It's not really a game. It's just kind of like being to like morph the camera around like a concert of hers. There's nothing really that's a video game about it at all. It's just kind of one of those multimedia things, but we might show it quickly. And then, like I said, we're on to Mini-Moni slop territory, and I'll have to look and see which ones of those I want to actually show. One thing I will for sure show is there are a couple Mini-Moni games on the Sega Pico. I don't know how many of you are familiar with the Sega Pico, but you're going to see one, and we're going to use this camera setup to show you the wonder of the Sega Pico, because there is a physical component to it. I won't ruin it for anyone. I mean, obviously, you can do your own research and look and see what a Sega Pico is, but you will see I mean, it's a device for kids, so it's not like there's a lot of fun to be had with it for an adult person. But I sure did buy one when I wrote Gameplay Harmonies, and I have one tucked away in a box, as well as a few pieces of software, mostly the Mini Moni games. And I think I have like a Mushi King, a Mushi King game or something like that too. But the Pico will be coming out for that. So I'm thinking, given where we're at right now, given that next Thursday we can cover Tomalark and cross the PS2 games off the list, I'm thinking 2 streams. I'm thinking 2 streams to cover the amount of games that I want to cover that are left in the book. And I might do one last bonus one at the end for a couple of games that I've since unearthed, many thanks to the folks in the chat here, that probably should have been in the scope of the book, but I didn't know about or weren't emulatable at the time. Including, you thought you've seen the end of Seikimatsu's Demon Kaka or Demon Kogure, but you haven't. Because the Pioneer Laser Active has become emulatable, my friends. And that means we can unlock another demon treasure. So that's going to be fun. I knew about that one for the book, but I had no way of getting screenshots of it. I have no way of playing it. I was only able to watch videos, so I figured I can't in good conscience really write about this if I haven't actually experienced it. Turns out it's also not much of a game, so I probably could have just gone ahead and written about it, but 2022, I was young and dumb. What can I say? So we got probably a few more Thursdays for J-pop games. And yeah, maybe Starlight Midoriya, maybe I will throw in at least one of the Puffy Amiyumi GBA games as a first time play, just because why not? You know, I've wanted to check them out. We might not do all of them, but we'll at least check one of those out for sure. And after that, because I think I'm always going to keep the Thursday spot as kind of themed almost, you know, little themes. I'm thinking we might, I have some ideas for some anime licensed games I want to look at after the Gameplay Harmonies stuff is over. But we've got a little ways to go there yet. And Tuesday, I don't know what I'm going to do Tuesday. Well, actually, no, I do know what I'm going to do Tuesday. We're going to do a couple more Double Dragon 2 ports. There were a couple more I didn't get to look at earlier this week, and I really want to stream that PC Engine one. That PC Engine one is PC Engine CD. My mistake is something else. It is a real special version of Double Dragon 2, and so I feel like we really need to look at that. I might also look at the Genesis version, which I don't think is good. I don't think that one came west. I think that was a Mega Drive only. I don't think it's good, but it's worth taking a look at. And the Game Boy one is kind of not even really a Double Dragon game. Maybe we'll look at it briefly, but it's like a reskinned Kunio game, which I guess sort of makes sense because Technos Japan and they own all those properties, but whatever. So yeah, that's kind of the rough schedule for next week. We won't have anything as exciting as our friend the V-Pick. We won't have anything as exciting as our friend the V-Pick here until maybe we get to the Pico, though I'd argue the Pico is not as exciting as the V-Pick. But it will at least be a good use for this camera. Yeah, glad people enjoyed it. It was something new to do with the stream, and I had let's see if I can kind of hold it up here. I had a camera on a tripod here sitting next to me. And that's what I was using to get, me holding the tennis racket and the V-Pick down here. I bought that tennis racket. I bought the cheapest tennis racket I could find because I don't play tennis particularly, so I don't have much else of a need for a tennis racket. But I bought the cheapest tennis racket I could find just so I could use that V-Pick accessory, because in every piece of literature they have for it, they have someone using it against the tennis racket. So it's almost like it was designed that way. So I was like, well, I'm buying a tennis racket and I'm keeping it around for this sole purpose, I guess. But yeah, that's the stream for this week. Unfortunately, like I mentioned last time, Famitsu scans kind of dry up after 1996. At least now they're scattered ones. I always look to see if I can find what I need, but like Famitsu's for the rest of the 90s after 96 are just, it's kind of a barren wasteland on archive.org, and chances are you're not going to get what you want. So unfortunately, when we go to games after a certain point, we're not really going to be able to do that. I looked for both of these games in issues of Dengeki PlayStation because there's a little bit more issues of Dengeki PlayStation, especially in 99. I could not find them reviewing Perfect Performer. I looked at all the issues that would have surrounded the time period it was released in, and I could not find anything. So if I uncover it next time, we'll take a look at it. But I purposely took a look for the stream, and it was just nowhere to be found. Yeah. So that's it for tonight, everyone. Everybody, have a good weekend. Thanks for tuning in for Stolen Song and the V-Pick. We'll be back Tuesday with more weird versions of Double Dragon 2. And until next time, see everybody later. Bye-bye.